Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to break down interesting topics into something you can really use. And today, we're looking at something special. A quite stunning 10-minute video from Ghost of Yotei. Our mission, not just to look at it, but to really get how it pulls off such a powerful digital escape. Through that mix of beautiful, serene visuals and these really tranquil soundscapes. We want to give you a shortcut to understanding the art of sensory immersion for relaxation, because this isn't just some random pretty video, right? It feels like a very carefully crafted journey designed to shift you into a real state of calm. Absolutely. And what's really interesting is how much demand there seems to be growing for these kinds of intentional digital escapes. In our, very busy world, experiences like this one, they're not just a quick break. They feel designed based on certain principles to give real benefits, and often in a surprisingly short time. So we're going to dive into the specific design choices that make this video so effective. It's like an effortless trip through these gorgeous landscapes, from those misty mountaintops to like sunlit forests where you can almost hear the quiet. Exactly. Designed is the key word, isn't it? It's not just luck. I find myself really drawn in, feeling that sense of peace. How do they actually do that with the visuals? What makes the shots themselves so impactful? Well, it really comes down to a deliberate visual language. Yeah. You'll notice the cinematographer often uses things like the rule of thirds or leading lines. These aren't just fancy terms. They subtly guide your eye, you see. They draw you into the vastness of the scene. And that creates this feeling of, expansive calm. It's almost inviting you right in. Plus, many shots tap into what some call the biophilia hypothesis, or a kind of built-in connection to nature. They focus on these really untouched, pristine environments. And then there are the camera movements, very slow, very deliberate. And the colors, soft, natural palettes. It all works together to minimize anything jarring. It just fosters that immediate sense of serenity. It's about making visual space for your mind to just unwind. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You really do feel that space, that invitation you mentioned. But it's clearly not only about what you see. The sound seems just as important. How does that ambient music work with everything? Oh, definitely. The sound design, the sonic architecture, it's absolutely critical. This isn't music that grabs you and demands attention. It's a very meticulously crafted ambient score. You'll hear things like sustained sounds, kind of non-melodic pads, and also natural field recordings woven in maybe gentle wind or distant water. It creates this sonic background that doesn't fight the visuals. It actually boosts them. And when we talk about it ebbing and flowing, it means it subtly shifts with what you're seeing. So a big wide shot might have a gentle swell in the sound, while, say, a close-up on leaves might have sparser, more delicate sounds. This stops it becoming boring, but crucially, it never distracts you. It's a principle you see in sound design for wellness, where certain frequencies and textures are actually thought to help guide brainwaves towards relaxation. Right, so it's this really, really thoughtful synchronization then. The pictures and the sound aren't just happening at the same time. They're actively woven together to make something, bigger than the sum of its parts. So what's the effect when Ghost of Yotei merges these two elements so masterfully? Yeah, that synergy, that's really the secret sauce, if you like. By blending these visual and auditory elements so carefully, the video creates this multi-sensory experience that kind of bypasses your analytical brain. It doesn't really ask you to think about it, it just invites you to feel. And this active engagement of multiple senses, specifically designed to influence your emotional state. That's what we mean by real sensory immersion. It's how just 10 minutes can feel like a genuine mental reset. It goes beyond just being nice to look at and listen to. It becomes a genuinely effective tool for finding a bit of inner calm. It really is incredible how Ghost of Yotei manages to create such a brief but genuinely powerful moment of relaxation, just through expertly blending that sophisticated visual approach with a perfectly matched, tranquil soundscape. It really does deliver that sense of peace and wonder, almost by formula. Exactly. And maybe this deep dive makes you think a bit differently about what a digital escape can actually be. So here's something to consider. How might recognizing the sheer artistry and maybe even the psychological techniques behind experiences like this, how might that not only make your experience richer, but also help you see them as valuable tools you can intentionally use to cultivate a bit more calm and focus in your own daily life? Just something to reflect on.